Testing. Hello. Everyone hear me? Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice. Clap three times. All right, good job. All right, good evening, Hargrave parents, guardians, coaches, cadet athletes, friends and family. Welcome to the 2023-2024 End of Year Sports Awards Ceremony. As you know, my name is Coach Amanda Weishauer. I'm Hargrave's Athletic Director, Aquatics Director, and Head Swim Coach. To my right is my assistant, Coach Joe Adams, also the head wrestling coach. And I'd also like to recognize our athlete officer, cadet officer, Luke Johnson, as well. So that is your team of athletic administrators. So I thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening in the historic Walter Davis Gymnasium. This academic year, there has been many new things that have occurred through the athletic department. Some of those examples is every cadet has competed in a competitive season. There's been a swim test to graduate. All of our seniors successfully passed their swim test. We've introduced the Presidential Fitness Program that has been through Coach Zerpa and Coach Adams. And we've also formed what's been called the Cadet Athlete Advisory Committee, who have done phenomenal work this year that I'll talk about later. So all of these have elevated the physical, mental, and emotional threshold of the cadet athlete. As your dedicated coaches have applied their techniques throughout their season to give them a challenging yet manageable workout. Time and time again, we have seen the cadet athlete's character grow strongly through the athletic department's core values of commitment, consistency, dedication, perseverance, and teamwork. Hargrave is proud to offer 16 sports between the middle school and varsity levels, as well as many multiple extracurricular and club activities throughout the school year. This evening, you will hear the pride in your coach's voice as they proudly talk about their program, their boys, your sons, and their cadet athletes' accomplishments as individuals and as a team. The brotherhood developed at Hargrave and the relationships built with these coaches are the hallmarks of our athletic program that will be remembered for years to come. Please join me in a round of applause. Now, if you please stand for the national anthem.
Good evening, everyone. As Coach Weishauer stated, my name is Joe Adams. I am the Assistant Athletic Director and the wrestling coach here. If you would all join me and bow your heads for prayer for our athletes, our coaches, and our families. We pray for the cadets as they continue their journey in athletics here at Hargrave, that their dedication and determination result in a positive student-athlete experience. We pray for our team of dedicated coaches who are also mentors, allies to your cadets and to help your cadets succeed in their chosen sport. We pray for the families who have trusted us, the staff and coaches, to shape their cadets along their journey to becoming fine young men. In Jesus we pray, amen. All right, our first series of awards today are going to be the Presidential Fitness Award. This award, give me one moment here. The Presidential Fitness Program is a comprehensive school-based program that promotes the health and regular activity of the students and cadets. During this program, they go through a series of testing for their physical strength, their flexibility, and their cardiovascular strength. The Presidential Fitness Program we use is modeled after the same Presidential Fitness Program that many of you saw in your public high schools through the National Fitness Award Series. This program is overseen by Coach Louis Zerpa, and we're going to call out the names of those cadets. If you would please come up on this side and accept your award, and then make your way back to your seat as we call your name. All right, first name, we have Mr. Jack Albiani. Brady Ball. Javon Brooks. Graham Buford. Nicholas Coleman. Sean Dunkel. David Ellis. Charles Gaddy. James Gardner. A.G. Griffith. Emmanuel Guijard. Samuel Heller. Phoenix Johnson. Skylar Jordan. Sabafi Lai Lee. Sorry. Grayson Loftus. Will Mancini. Marco Martin. Charles Myers. Matt Mortimer. E. Moo. Jordan Navarro. Justin O'Kelly. Patrick Sousa. Elias Ferrari. Leon Cook. Isaac Reed. Jem Rice. Jem Rice. Aiden Schaefer. Justin Shaw. Atron Vorontsov. Robert Wells.
As we move on to our varsity letters recognition, I'd like to just take a minute. We have a number of individuals here in the gymnasium who have done 3 competitive sports, but they haven't done them yet at the varsity level. But I would like for them that have done 3 competitive sports, but not always at the varsity level, to please stand up. I know there's a few of you. Come on, stand up. There you go. Give them a round of applause. They're working. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the varsity letters that go on your letterman jacket. For every completed varsity sport, then they earn a patch. If they do multiple years, then they get additional chevrons as part of that. The boys were asked if they wanted to receive their letterman patches. So we are bringing up those who said yes. So as I call your name, please come up and collect your letterman patch and your patches, your sport-specific patches. Jack Albiani. Daxton Alexander. Braxton Allen. Talal Baker. Greg Gosart. Jake the Great Bradley. Michael Patari. John Klassen. Aaron Cochran. Tyler Crowder. Grayson Dees. Michael Hooper. Darnell Elrington. Patrick Bolts. Charles Gaddy. Gavin Payne. Speedy Gonzalez. Manny Kishard. Zach Paul. Thomas Harris. Diego Hayes. Dylan Herrera. Luke Hester. George Coleman. Archer Cooper. Vance Cooper. Keelan Hudson. Helston Hudson. Luke Johnson. Phoenix Johnson. Chris Keaton. Lucas Lopez. Sean Massese. Alan Checker. David Matherin. Wayne Maboya. Kinley McBride. Joshua McGrath. Alex Moore. Moon. Jordan Navarro. Tommy Oliver. Jamie Oliford. Akil Kanala. Carson Carroll. Jake Petterplace. Jack Pittman. Leon Chen. Nolan Riley. Sean Rose. CJ Scott. Thomas Vaughan. Alex Ferranza. Charlie Wall. John Wall. Eli Willett. And Stephen Young.
All right, folks, our next award is what we're going to is called the Iron Tiger. The Iron Tiger at Hargrave is for a student athlete that has completed 3 varsity sports within the school year. So that is playing at a competitive level all 3 seasons that we participate. As you can see, there are only a few awards up here, and it's a select amount of cadets who have earned this award. First one we have here is Lucas Lopez. Next cadet we have here is Alex Moore. Cadet Kelston Hudson. Cadet Jalen Carter. Cadet Alex Turner. Cadet Keelan Hudson. Cadet Isaiah Walton. Cadet Jake Bradley. And Cadet Brady Ball.
have the individual awards. So as you look at the program, you'll see in the order that they are going to be. It's by seasonal order and alphabetically. So we're going to bring up our cross-country coach, Coach Pramel.
This year's cross country.
Get me right on that microphone.
Thank you. This year's cross country season was exciting and challenging. We had 18 new team members, many of whom had never run cross country before. We had two young men, Philip Huddle and Phoenix Johnson, who earned all Metro honors. They were among the top male cross country runners in this section of the state. 8 of our runners qualified for states. In the course of the season, they faced triumphs and setbacks, but most of all, they bonded as a team and had fun. The Coach's Award goes to a young man who is a reluctant athlete. Let me explain. Cross country is a hard sport. If you're doing it right, you're putting pressure on your heart, arteries, and capillaries, and you're probably in pain. It takes about 2 weeks. It takes about 2 weeks it takes about 2 weeks of hard work for your body to adjust to the stress. If you don't push yourself during those 2 weeks, you just prolong the process, and every workout is drudgery. At the end of 2 weeks, I heard this young man who said, this is his words, "I hate cross country." Having him in class, I knew what he was really saying. He was saying to me, "I hate you pushing me." I'm not sure what happened, but after a while, he started buying into the program. He moved from an reluctant athlete to a dedicated, hard-working, coachable athlete. His times dropped, he made states. I heard him say at the end of the year, "I like cross country, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to hold him to that commitment." This year's Coach's Award goes to Brady Ball. This year's MVP award goes to a young man who I've had the privilege of observing the last 3 years. He has matured from a self-centered young man to a selfless, humble leader. He epitomizes my 2 main mottos of coaching, which are, be willing to do what others can't do, won't do, or don't do, and you'll probably succeed. And then the other one is hard work, given time, beats talent. As captain of our team, I have come to depend on him. He is graduating, and the team will miss him, but more importantly, I will miss a friend. This year's MVP, Phoenix Johnson.
All right, this is varsity football. First of all, I want to announce, just talk a little bit about the season. Second year in the program, went 2-7. I think that overall, though, the attitude, the effort, and the competitiveness throughout the season was a lot better than the year before. I feel like that our program grew. Not only did it grow older, but it grew stronger, and our culture was established the year before and well put in place this past season. So I'd like to recognize our 4 captains for the program. So Jelante Barber, please come down. Come on down. Ashton Hammond. And Lon Rural, please come down. As these guys come up, let me talk about a little bit about captain. And I want to recognize that these guys individually might not be the reward, but what they did is they established exactly what the coaches and the rest of the team want to put in place. We have 4 guys up here. If you look at them individually, we have one guy whose body did not let him go as far as he wanted to, but he's the most inspirational player I think I've coached in 20 years. So Jelante was a perfect example of what a captain really is. He was selfless, he gave to his team, and he was always there for everybody else. Malachi and Ashton are perfect together beside each other. These guys are marketing directors if there ever was one. If you want to know how to recruit yourself, market yourself, these 2 guys speak highly, but they also motivated and they got their team right. And then if you want a personal trainer, I don't know if anybody's gone to the quartermaster more than Alon World. He's only changed his body 5 different times in 2 years while he's been at Harvard. But he was a catalyst for the offensive line this past year, and we were very thankful to have him. I'm going to keep you guys up here. So I have the all-conference awards, and I will announce the names. Guys, you come to me afterwards, and I will give you your certificate. Come to me after the program. First team all-conference offense, Alex Turner. Second team all-conference offense, Tay Barber. Second team all-conference defense, Malachi Dixon. Second team defense, Wyatt Gardner. Second team offense, Ashton Hammond. Second team offense, Elias Peary. Second team special teams, Alex Turner. Second team defense, Alex Turner. Second team offense, Isaiah Walton. Second team offense, Alon World. And second team defense, Kukla Zanabaziba. I'd like to thank the coaching staff for these young men. They're not here today. If you are a football player, please stand up and be recognized. If you are a football player, stand up and be recognized. 20 years of coaching, guys, and you might be my favorite team I've ever been a part of. You bought in, you worked hard, you came in here, no griping, no complaining. I love every single one of them. Thank you. So we have 3 awards. The 3 awards are going to be given to those voted by the coaching staff. We have 2 awards, one called Coaches Award, the other called Most Improved, which it should be is Coaches Award 1, Coaches Award 2, but also they could go Most Improved 1 and Most Improved 2. All right. The first recipient of the most improved player is a young man that is a sophomore. He was in the program for the last 2 years, went from very little playing time as a freshman, other than being a long snapper, to playing 4 different positions on the defensive field throughout the season as corner, safety, linebacker, in 2 different ways, and also starting as wide receiver throughout the season. I look for the next 2 years for Charlie to stand up and be a captain of this program. Charlie, go for it. All right, the next award, Coach's Award, is a senior who I am going to miss tremendously, who I am very proud of, who has grown in leaps and bounds not only as a football player, but as a young man while at Hargrave. He speaks very little words, but when he does, it's always fun. But he's Mr. Serious 95% of the time. He went from a guy that played very little as a junior, fell in love with the weight room in between his junior and senior year, transformed his body, became a linebacker, played running back, played outside linebacker, had to play a little D end at times. Our Coach's Award goes to Alex Goen. Now, the young man's not here, but I'm going to ask Mama to come down if she doesn't mind. Our most valuable player this year was all conference 3 different ways, all state wide receiver, scored a touchdown in 5 different ways as a player for the team, and is also headed to Nebraska Kearney on a Division II football scholarship. Our most valuable player, Alex Turnbull. Alex is with the track team and just finished first in an event tonight, so he's coming back for the track event.
The fall 2023 JV soccer season was one of growth and team building. Many cadets were new to not only Hargrave, but also soccer. Many fond memories were made, particularly the friendships that formed during our season. I look forward to continuing the progress that our team made last season. JV soccer players, please stand up. We have 2 awards to give out tonight. The 2023 Coaches Award for JV Soccer goes to a cadet who consistently displayed leadership both on the field and off the field. The leadership he showed as a captain set an impressive example for his teammates. He will be the first one to tell you that I taught him everything he knows. The Coaches Award goes to Cadet Artem Ronstadt. He also has a great sense of humor and dance moves. Our second award for the night, the 2023 Most Improved Player goes to a cadet who hadn't played soccer at Hargrave prior to the fall season. In fact, we did not really know he was a soccer player until he showed up at a promotional video and showed us some of his skills. And then we begged him to come out. His sports knowledge was already in place when he came to us, but his soccer abilities increased dramatically throughout the season. He maintained a defense this year, even though it was a very challenging year. The Most Improved Player award goes to Cadet Grayson D.
Everyone. I'm here representing the fall varsity soccer. We had a rebuilding year. We went 3-9 with a big win versus Carlisle during Parents Weekend. And we appreciate all y'all's support that weekend. I have a few words here from Coach Ball, who could not be here. I am extremely proud of our fall soccer team and the progress we've made throughout the season. Our seniors really stepped up and showed great leadership, guiding our team on and off the pitch. It was a tremendous privilege to coach at Hargrave last fall, and I truly couldn't be more appreciative of the time I spent with the cadets on the field. We are making strides towards getting the program back to having winning seasons, and that's all thanks to these young men. And that's exactly how I feel as well. As an alumnus of Hargrave and a former soccer player, I couldn't be more grateful than to be here coaching these young men. And if I could get all of the soccer players to stand up. Soccer is the toughest sport at Hargrave, in my opinion. It's always gotten a bad rap around here. You get stepped on, you get kicked on, and then you got to go back to barracks. So, with these year's awards, I'm going to give out the Coaches Award first. It's kind of like Most Improved, but better. This guy right here, I hear he was convinced to play soccer by some of his buddies, and he reluctantly did so. And when he first came out, he could barely make contact with the ball. He has a couple of nicknames. We'll get to that a little later. But as far as I'm concerned, the guy should have awards named after him. And by the end of the year, not only his attitude, but the skills are matched by none other. And the Coaches Award for fall soccer goes to John Wall. All right, next award we got MVP. As far as I'm concerned, every soccer player on that field is MVP. This one was a little bit tough. Because not only do we have a few good soccer players, but we all got all heart. And this guy took a lot of hits. He's got a great sense of humor. And I can't say enough about him. He'll be back, probably with a lot more hustle and a lot more sense of humor. And this year's MVP goes to Kelson Hudson. All right. So this last recognition is something that is a little special. This young man, everybody sees around campus. It's kind of hard not to miss. He hadn't played soccer in a while. When I asked him when the last time he played soccer, he told me when he was a little kid. I kind of scratched my head on that one. So, he is our goalie. He goes by the name of Joey Gloves. Second team all-conference, your goalkeeper, Joey Shelton.
Good evening. My name is Franklin Nash, and I've had the privilege to be the CIS Assistant Basketball Coach for the 2023-2024 season. First, giving God the honor and glory for His grace and mercy and the opportunity to be here with you this evening. I would like to thank the Athletic Department and Administration for their devotion in putting together this great event, faculty and staff for their commitment to your cadets, and last but by far not least, leadership for providing the vision needed to ensure that each cadet receives not only a fantastic education, but also a great experience that will help mold them into productive citizens who will be able to influence those around them in a positive manner. Now, some of you may ask yourselves why the assistant coach would be delivering the speech at the award ceremony, and that is a valid question. I would like to think it's because of my good looks, charm, wit, but truth be told, it's based on an especially important day, tomorrow. Family is a key part of what we taught our cadets, not just at home, but also our basketball family. This is a major factor in why we have joined here today. Our head coach is spending time with his family and mother on this glorious Mother's Day weekend, and we wish him well. At this time, I would like to share a few words that he wanted me to convey to the cadets and their families, as he sincerely and genuinely wanted to be here to share this moment with all of you. Good evening, Hartgrave military family. I am very thankful for this opportunity to be a part of an organization that allows growth all the way around, from the staff to the coaches and to the cadets. I want to take this time to thank the people that has helped me along the way, but also like to thank the cadets. This has not only helped me become a better coach, but also has assisted me to being a more understanding father, end quote. Today, I would like to take the time to discuss what we feel are three key factors that we believe is our foundation in CIS basketball. The cadets will tell you that Coach Jacobs and I were not only involved in basketball, but also wanted to be mentors in their lives. To do this, we insisted on 3 principles to our foundation, which are behavior, academics, and then sports. The first reason for this is that without proper behavior in school and life, there will be no sports. We consider that we are a part of a system for building young men who come from all walks of life with diverse backgrounds and upbringings, as well as beliefs. And to only concentrate on basketball would be a shortfall to them in the overall goal. Understanding behavior as it relates to conduct, morals, and principles ensures the development of integrity, respect, responsibility, fairness, honesty, and compassion. The second item to consider is academics. If all the faculty and staff would please raise your hand. Like many of you, I also have a cadet within the ranks, and their commitment to our sons is unmatched. Their unwavering devotion enables our sons to have a far superior education and place them on a track of success and preparation for after their senior year. This individual attention is significant compared to attending a class with a ratio of 35 to 40 students per teacher, with the potential of getting lost in the crowd. We stress the importance of these 2 key principles, and the cadets can vouch that we always knew what was going on with them in school as well as in the classroom, and that was our primary goal for them prior to them hitting the hardwood. The final benefit of the program, of course, is basketball. This being both Coach's first year with the Hargrave basketball program. We were a little nervous. However, from our first meeting, Coach Jiggins and I hit it off well, and we'll remain friends forever, God willing. We prayed about our partnership and asked for wisdom to share with the cadets. This age group is one where the boys are still developing physically, so it is more about team contribution than individual heroes. This lesson would be critical when moving on to the next level of their basketball career, if they choose to pursue one. I still remember the first day of tryouts. At first appearance, it seemed that we were going to need a lot of praying to get through the season. But again, we were blessed to have this age group, and our commitment to improvement never swayed. We always sought to improve in practice, in games, and overall as cadets. It was a long and hard road, but we promised the cadets that if they stuck with it, results would ensue. Ending the season with a record of 12 wins and 2 losses is commendable. As a coach, of course, we wanted an undefeated season, but the losses were not due to lack of heart or effort. From our daily practices to weekend workouts, to the practices we held on the outdoor court, as well as the late addition of cadets well into the season, we managed to overcome the odds consistently to do what many said was not possible. And we did it as a team. To wrap up, I would like to give my sincerest appreciation, and I call your name, please stand up. Jesus Castillo. Nick Coleman. Luke Cusimano. Darnell Otis. Tavon Turk Glass. Alexander Gonzalez. Samuel Zeller. Chris Keaton. Kelly McBride. Lawrence McCartney. Carter Sanford. Tristan Schwartz. And Joey J.J. Shelton. Before I give out the awards, as I said, thank you for allowing Coach Jiggins and myself to spend time to get to know each one of you, as well as coach you in one of our favorite pastimes. We eagerly watch you on your path to greatness, and will always cherish the time that we have with you. Cherish your time with your peers and make it the most as you can, as it will be a great jumpstart on your life after Hargrave. Treat your parents and guardians well, as they have made this option a reality in your lives to help you on that journey. And in closing, I'll go ahead and say it before I give out the awards, but as in closing, to all the mothers, may you have a magnificent weekend. We thank you for your love and your sacrifice. For our CIS, we actually have 3 awards. I have 2 here, but I'm going to give out MVP as well. Our CIS Basketball Coaches Award is presented to Joey J. Shelton. Our CIS Most Improved Player goes to Patrick Fowler. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about our most valuable player, Nick Colby.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Coach White. I'm the JV head coach. This is my 3rd year here at Hargrave. It's truly been a dream come true, guys. But before I get to my players, I really would like to thank my parents. This was the absolute best group of parents I could ask for. I know a lot of parents some are close, but a lot are far. So communication through emails. I never got a parent asking me why the kid wasn't playing, or do we win or lose, or why are we losing so much. All parents cared about was the betterment of the team, encouraging words, support, or how can they help me throughout the season. I really thank you who helped me email me this season. To my players, we had a great season. We ended up with a 12-3 record, but even bigger than the record because we had a lot of challenges this season. Like, if I was to show you a team picture of my team, day 1 and a team picture by our last day, it was 2 totally different teams. A lot of kids were gone, a lot of new faces were in it. But no matter, we had a couple of kids that came in late during the season, and those kids joined our brotherhood and picked up like they had been there the whole season. And I really love the bond and the closeness we had. And also to my parents, I really want to thank you because we go far sometimes, 3 hours plus for games. So to look up and see the big faces in the crowd for my players, I know that meant a lot. Like I said, we had a 12-3 record this year, really tight bond. I'm real proud of these young men. And at the JV level, you get a new team basically every season. So to form a tight bond and have the season we had, I was really proud of you guys. For my awards this year, I have 2 awards. My first award is going to be my coach's award. And this young man, he's a young kid, only an 8th grader, but he was leaps and bounds, mature like a senior. He led us in ways, whether it was on the court or off the court. He was a leader. He did anything I asked him to do, and I hope to have this kid another 2-3 years playing with Nicholas Colby. And my MVP of this season was definitely the on and off the court. Didn't have a lot of words to say, but when he did talk, it meant something for our team and his teammates listen to him. My MVP for this season is Justice Gunter.
Good evening, everyone. I am, in fact, not Alan Petty. I'm Ben Pesci. I am the PG basketball coach and also the director of basketball operations here at Hargrave. I'm really fortunate to be able to step in to talk about our varsity basketball team, which put together another outstanding season here in historic Walter Davis Gymnasium. The team finished with 18 wins in their 8th straight trip to at least the Elite 8 in the state playoffs. So another really successful year, a group of young men that truly bought into playing the right way, right? Playing together and making a lot of three-pointers makes a huge difference in these games. For the individual awards, I'll start with a couple of all-conference guys. You can get the certificates from me afterwards. We'll start with a young man who was second team all-conference. That was Javon Hatt Brooks. And then the varsity basketball team's second all-conference guy who was first team all-conference in the league this year, Dante Curse. Now we have a couple of individual awards that I'd like to hand out. The first one is most improved. You know, it's funny how guys earn these awards, right? The coaches awards, the most improved awards. And everyone has a different story about how they got to this point. This young man, you know, he is an outstanding athlete, right? But he has an affinity for the game of basketball. He loves basketball so much that he works himself to the bone every single day, right? And he was able to reap the benefits this year, going from playing middle school and JV basketball here to earning a spot not only on the varsity basketball team, but in the starting lineup. He does have one flaw. He still thinks he can outshoot me, which is incorrect, but I'll let him believe that. This year's most improved varsity basketball player goes to Jalen Carter. And the last award for varsity basketball is this year's Most Valuable Player Award. This young man completed his second year in the program this past year. And if you saw what he looked like last August, you wouldn't believe what he looked like in March, right? He completely transformed his game. He walks a little bit taller. He's a little more confident now, right? And I'm thrilled to watch his career blossom. He'll be headed to the Citadel next year on a Division I basketball scholarship. This year's MVP, Dante Curse.
ended up winning the season, ending the season with 6 wins and 6 losses, and a total conference standing of 3 out of 5. So for a group of mostly new fencers, this really showed what daily practice and the support of the school can do. We were up against some people who had been fencing for 6 years and still managed to show victories against them and people who compete in regional and national conference competitions. So, big round of applause, fencing team. Thank you very much. Most improved fencer was a bit of a challenge because the majority started with absolutely nothing. I had one fencer though, who, when he was assigned to fencing in the first week of sports and I asked him if he planned to stick with it, his response was, what else would I do? He saw fencing as kind of the lesser of evils. If he had to be in a sport, it seems like the best one. About halfway through the season though, something clicked and he started making massive contributions to the team, looking up information, having conversations with some of our captains and our top fencers about how he could improve and how he could contribute. One tournament in particular, he ended up fencing the deciding bout against 3 different teams and bringing us to victory. So, most improved fencer is Spencer Monk. My second award is Coach's Award. So I had 2 captains. One captain though went far above and beyond the expectations of that role, helping with looking up drills, looking for ways to improve the team, staying late to work on quick repair, how to figure out and troubleshoot things that I had never seen before that we were able to brainstorm and help maintain our equipment together. This helped us to be prepared going into competitions and have our best chance. He was also somebody who, if I walked away from the fencing, from the varsity team, I knew would be able to give great coaching advice because he was amazing at watching both our fencers, knowing their skills, and reading his opponents. This is something that really stands out and made it a lot easier for our team to function, and for me, when I had fencers around the room, to be able to know that they were in good hands. The Coach's Award this year goes to Tyler Crowell.
My name is Coach Rita. I am the assistant swim coach for this year's swim team, along with Ms. Weiser. And I am not actually a diving coach, but my first award is going to be a diving award. So this award is actually recognition for the 17-year-old diving record being broken. Now, the cadet receiving this award put a lot of time and effort towards his diving practices and assisted his coach very well throughout the season. This cadet's hard work paid off when both he and a fellow heart rate diver both broke the heart rate diving record at the same competition. 2 days later, this cadet broke the record once more. Cadet Alex Moore will now receive a plaque to commemorate his accomplishment. achieved huge progress in the sport of swimming. This cadet began the season in the shallow end with a coach in the water, learning how to swim. However, 2 weeks later, he was swimming with the swim team and was learning a whole lot of new skills. To give you a brief rundown, in 3 months, this cadet learned how to swim freestyle and backstroke with the required technique, learned to dive, do flip turns, compete at swim meets, of which one was an away meet in Manassas, and learned to participate in relay races. This cadet ended the season surprising all of his coaches by successfully completing a backstroke flip turn while in competition. This year's Most Improved Award goes to Sean Massese. This cadet began the winter season discouraged that he was not improving as quickly as his fellow athletes. However, at the end of the season, I can confidently say that he improved because of his sheer will to persevere. 2 moments from this cadet season stick out to me. The first took place at the end of practice early on in the competitive season. This cadet was still swimming after everyone else had left the pool. So I stopped him and let him know that he was good to leave practice. But he said to me, "Coach, I would like to complete the set I was given." And he did complete that set, even if it meant he left later than everyone else. The second moment that stuck out to me was at one of his swim meets. Now this cadet had requested to swim the 100 butterfly, which is one of the most difficult events in swimming. Although he was disqualified, I have never seen anybody finish the 100 butterfly with as big of a smile on his face as he did. He was proud of the fact that he had challenged himself and seen it through. This cadet demonstrated a strong will to persevere, the ability to challenge himself, and the ability to remain positive even when practices or swim meets were difficult. The recipient of this year's Swim and Dive Coaches Award is Mr. Robert Wells.
I guess it's my turn again. So as everyone has already heard, I am the new wrestling coach here. The wrestling team, I got in here a month after the season had already started. So there was a lot of training that had gone on. We had a very smooth transition thanks to the help of the coaches that were with me, Coach Rob and Coach Tris Vaughn, who is not here this evening right now. Being a new coach to this organization brought me new challenges. These guys had to learn who I was. I had to learn who they were. The wrestling team managed to get through the year. We did have our trials and tribulations through the season. However, those trials and tribulations will help us to grow next year. We have a large team returning next year. We have 11 possible wrestlers returning next year. This year's season was difficult. We did finish the season 3-17. However, out of those 17 losses, if you understand wrestling, we went into a lot of those losses with giving up 18 to 12 points every match. Out of those 17 losses, we lost 11 of them by less than 8 points. So we are right there competitive. with the rest of the organizations. I'd like to, if my wrestlers would please stand up, just to let them know who they were. If you were part of my wrestling team this year, I appreciate you guys. My first year here, and you guys all welcome me in. Thank you very much. Now on to the good stuff, the quick awards here. First off, for our most improved wrestler, this young man gave every practice he was with a wrestler who knew more than him, asked his coaches, asked his other wrestlers, how do I do this? How do I learn this? Can you teach me this? This young man wrestled in 3 different weight classes during the year at 126, 132, and 138 pounds. So he was willing to go against anybody we told him to go against. That young man is Mr. David Matherin. Our next award is the wrestling team's Coaches Award. Coaches Award goes out to, as we chose, our cadet who was the leader within the ring, was one of our captains, found his way to encourage the rest of the team every time we needed a boost. This young man wrestled again in multiple weight classes, going up against sometimes people who are almost 30 pounds heavier than he was. This goes out to Joshua McGrail. And to my wrestlers, as we said last year, we would have a slogan for next year. Head up, chest out, be your best man.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Steve Blevins. I had the privilege of being the JV baseball coach this year. If you was on the JV team, please stand up. I'm super proud of you guys. We went from possibly not having a season into having a 10 game, 11 games, going 6, 5, and 1. Should have been 7, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyhow, I feel blessed to be able to be part of this and be part of these guys. I'm looking forward to see how the program will grow next year. I've only got 2 awards. I've got an MVP. So with Aaron Cawthorn, please come down and get an MVP. The next award is the Coach's Award. I just want to say, he's not here tonight, so I just want to say a little bit about him. I told him from day one he wouldn't get a lot of playing time due to him being brand new. And I was, to be honest with you, I was worried about him getting hurt, which he did a couple times, taking some balls off the chest and stuff. But he's still staying in there. He practiced every day. He aggravated a little bit as well. And, but he didn't quit, which is what I was extremely proud of for him. And hopefully he learned something. So I'll just hold on to this until he comes back. So the JV Coach of the Award goes to Nolan Riley.
Good evening. My name is Frank Thomas. I'm the varsity baseball coach at Harvard Military Academy. First off, I want to thank Coach Roach for assisting me. Also want to thank Coach Platten over here for taking on the JV baseball program. Also want to thank Candace McBride. Is she here? She handled our stats this year and was our team mom. So thank you for that. Also want to thank Dr. Tung. Thank you for all the support with the academics and helping our guys stay on the course. And that, of course, that extends to the teachers as well. Also want to thank the parents who helped us with cookouts after the games and provided food and made the environment just a little bit better for the baseball program. Also want to thank the athletic department for their support. Joe for helping me out with games, getting ready for game day, and then concessions. Corey, Rob, where are they? They helped us out a lot. So, thank you so much for your help. And most off, I want to thank Sean Rhodes. Where's Sean? It's hard to have a successful program. So Sean, thank you. He's graduating this year and it was 3 years with the varsity baseball program. So back in 2002, I was the varsity baseball coach here at Hargrave. That was a long time ago. We finished 16-2, and I was very proud of that team. However, I look at this team this year, and I'm just as much as proud of them as I was that team back in 2002. I've grown as a coach. Back in those days, I think my focus was more on wins than what it really means to be a coach. And for me, to be a coach means that I care about these young men. I want to see them develop as young men. I want to see them grow. I want to see them succeed, and I want to see them learn from their failures. And we did a little of that all year with our baseball season. However, we accomplished our goals this year. We finished 6-6, which is the best we finished in quite some time. So I'm extremely proud for us to reach our goals at that point. We were a young team this year. We had 8th graders starting at first base who did a tremendous job. We had a freshman at the plate who did another tremendous job. He didn't want to catch, but stepped up and decided that he would catch, and he worked very hard, and that was Brett Ozark. We had some young guys out in the outfield and a couple of young guys in the infield as well. So I'm extremely excited for next year. I think that these guys are really going to put a dent into the conference next year. Right now, I want to give out 2 awards. I have 2 awards that I give. One of them is not the most valuable player. I stress with these young men that we're a team. We fail to succeed as a team. We're late as a team. We're early as a team. Everything we do is a team. However, this first young man was very vital to us winning baseball games this year. He gave us confidence. When I knew this young man was on the mound, I knew that everybody else would play better. So he brought people up around him. Very proud of him. He played for us last year and this year. He'll be returning next year. And I think he's going to do even better next year. So I'd like to give the Coaches Award this year to Grady Upchurch. So I received word this morning that Grady earned first team all-conference as a pitcher. The next award I give is called the Fuller Award. The Fuller Award is named after Coach Fuller, who was a coach here for over 30 years. Coach Fuller was my baseball coach. Coach Fuller was Coach Cochran's coach, wherever he is. I know he's in there. He is. Okay? And he also coached Rob over here. Coach Fuller was a man of integrity. Coach Fuller was able to bring young men together and provide inspiration to them. They loved him. They would do anything for Coach Fuller. Coach Fuller coached here for almost 30 years and then died of MS. He was the strongest man that I knew. He fought, he never gave up. He was a competitor, but he had a very, very sincere and loving heart. And I think this young man who's about to receive this award has the same qualities. He never gives up. He has a sincere heart. People would do anything for him, but most of all, he would make sure that he put his team first. And that's exactly what he did. This year is the second year he's graduating. He fought through some injuries, but he came on and had a great attitude the whole time during the season and was able to contribute and help the team out. I'd like to give the Fuller Award this year to Braxton Allen.
Good evening. My name is Caleb Pitcher. This is my first year as the head golf coach. Not with me tonight is my assistant, Coach Paul Weissauer. He has some military obligations tonight. Before I get started, I want to give a big thanks to Coach Phillips, who I took this program over from. The foundation that he's laid over the past many years made it really easy to come in a little late in January and for us to have a good season. I also want to thank all of our parents for providing team pizza meals, to just all the support they showed, both financially, emotionally, for all of our athletes. Golf is maybe not a super physical sport, but it'll beat your emotions up. If I could please have my three captains stand up. Captain Phoenix Johnson, Assistant Captain Archie Hooper, these gentlemen set the tone that the golf team was going to work hard. These guys would be in our golf room. I couldn't even tell you how long, because they would spend every free minute they had going down there, hitting golf ball after golf ball, practicing as much as possible, and that just bled into the rest of the team. And that attitude is what I hope to continue to bring forth each and every year. If I could have the rest of the team also stand, golf team. From my understanding, this is one of the largest golf teams we've had in a long time. We actually had 23 kids show up to golf tryouts. I'd like to think it's because they want to come play for me, but really it's just because they know they don't have to run. So our season, while our record isn't exactly what we wanted it to be, we showed tons of growth. From our first match to our last match, we shaved over 40 strokes off of our team score, putting us right where we want to be going into next year, returning half of our starting roster. During this year, we had a pretty tough schedule. I had my personal opinions that it was tough, and then when I talked to other coaches at the conference match, they said, yeah, they confirmed what I had already believed. We played the #1 team in the state 4 separate times, and then additionally at our conference tournament, both the #1 team for Division II and Division III are in our conference. On to awards. The first award I have is a little bit of an unofficial award, but this cadet I just felt needed to be recognized with his accomplishments this year. He came in to the golf team. This is his first year on our golf team, but not his first year playing golf. The progress I saw in both his game, his attitude, and his confidence were just simply remarkable. And I really think that his gains of confidence are what drove his golf game to get better and better. This cadet himself shaved over 13 strokes off of 9 holes, so almost 2 strokes per hole, which is, for those of you who don't play golf, is a lot. And this cadet is Grayson. Alright, on to our most improved. Similar to fencing, we had quite a few cadets who had either never touched a golf club or maybe had been to Topgolf once or twice. And so that makes this award especially difficult to give as so much growth was seen. This cadet not only was a hard worker, was at every practice, every match. But he started the year hoping to hit the ball and hoping to make contact, and finished the year hoping to find greens and try to make good scores. This cadet is Jack Riley. And my final award is the MVP award. This, again, is going to another cadet who was their first year on the golf team. And I think it's safe to say that this cadet came in and surprised pretty much all of us. Thankfully, with being a statistics-driven sport, it makes it a little bit easier to give this award out because we did have so many guys just grind hard every day and shoot great scores all season. But with the lowest average on the team, as well as one of the hardest workers, the MVP of this year's golf team is Keelan Hudson.
back to soccer. This year was the first year Hargrave had spring soccer in many years. On your program it says recreational, but if you ask the guys on the team, it was anything but recreational. We ran through drills, mountain climbers, hills, and all the sort of things any kind of varsity team would do. We didn't have many games, and the games we did have were unusual, to say the least. We had one home game that brought out a big crowd and much support from the Corps and the local community. And I'm very happy to say we did not lose it. We tied to GW, a local high school, which was very positive for the program here at Hargrave. If fall soccer here was the comeback of the program here at Hargrave, this spring soccer is the future of Hargrave. We have 2 awards tonight for spring soccer. The first one is the Coaches Award. And this young man came to soccer saying he didn't really know much about it and wasn't really interested in being around too many people, but wanted to play a team sport. And by the time it all ended just last week, when we did go across the street to play a co-ed match with Chatham Hall, which turned out very well for everyone, he seemed to love it. And this award goes to William Sackett. And that's all I'll say. MVP of spring soccer is Eddie Olaforet.
I'd like to recognize 2 people right away. Coach Peterson, who doesn't like to be recognized, but there she is. Let's give her a round of applause. Jack Pittman, can you please stand up? Pittman, stand up. He's your tennis all-conference recognized all-conference tennis as well as the team captain of this year's team. Please give him a round of applause. I've been coaching tennis here at Hargrave for about 20 years, and this is one of the most exciting years for the program, despite the actual wins and losses on the board. Number 1, with our youngest students, we had a JV team that was stood up for the first time in 15 years in our conference. One of the things that I heard over and over again, not just about how great our cadets were, how great our players were, was the fact that they could not, the other coaches and the other parents couldn't figure out how a school of 160 students could have a 27-member tennis team. So again, all the JV and varsity players, please stand up. Recognize those guys in a round of applause. So one of the secrets, it's not such a secret because I'll tell anyone that wants to learn, is that one of the ways to get a young player to play is you let him get out there. You tell him a little bit about how the game's played. There's some confusing rules. We'll figure those out later. You get guys like Jack and Brady to give them tips, and then you let the male competitive spirit kick in there. It goes from, hey, watch this, I can put this one in the creek, to, hey, watch this, I'm going to put this one through your belly button. So for the JV Tennis Coaches Award, this young man showed up. I think he might have played a while ago in the Park District. Wasn't too sure about things. And by the end of the season, or really by the middle of the season, I had to sort of try to keep him out of trouble. Probably didn't do a good job of that. Where he wanted to stay into mess 3, said things like, I don't need to eat. I really like this game. Even though he would win and lose and be sad, he would quickly become happy again and try to figure out how he could be better the next day. What else could a coach want? Tristan Schwartz. This other guy, I have to admit, gave me a little bit of despair. He's been at the school for a couple of years now, and I have to admit, I didn't know that he knew how to play tennis. And then he shows on up, and he's a senior, and I'm like, okay, great, now I've got a senior because he's never played tennis, competitive tennis before. He wasn't there at the beginning of the season because he was busy competing in his winter sport, so he missed the speech about don't go out and buy the most expensive tennis racket out there and don't go get natural gut strings. And so after about 3 weeks, he shows up with the most expensive tennis racket out there with natural gut strings. And so now he has a lot to live up for because that's really the Roger Federer setup for strings. And so at the beginning of the season, he was, okay, we're going to put him on the roster because he's a senior. To the end of the season, he's in every match and a threat to make points for everybody. So, most improved for Harvard Military Academy's varsity tennis, Stephen Yang. I seem to have forgotten to talk a little bit about this team. The team scoreboard says 3-7. It could have just as easily been 8-2. The 2 really being a tough thing, where in our conference, BRAC, the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state usually hang out. And so in fact, that's what happened this year. We were excused from the BRAC conference by the number 1 team in the state. And so we're really excited for them, but it really means that our guys show up every day for every match, really with the work cut out for them. The way tennis works is that the best players are stacked up by coaches, number 1 to number 6, and basically it's tough. If you're number 1 or number 2, you're always playing against guys that seriously want to play college ball. In their heart of hearts, they think that maybe they'll be able to go on and be on television playing tennis. And that's pretty hard competition when you are a 9th grader, 10th grader, 11th grader, much less as a senior. This year's MVP award was a tough one to decide. This young man was always challenging for number 1 or number 2 on the singles ladder, and certainly number 1 and number 2 in doubles. But really, in terms of he won more matches than he lost, and has really been, I think, a friend to the team. And even though he was not taking on some of the captain's duties, he definitely was contributing to the excitement on the team. The 2023-24 Hargrave Military Academy Tennis MVP Award goes to Brady Ball.
If you haven't met me before, I'm Coach Dixon. I'm the track coach here. I'm probably dressed a little different because we had track meet today and we just got back. And if you look around, you'll see all the kids who have their medals who won a place today. I know they'll be happy. They'll be trying to go around. I think Hendricks ran like 11-8 in the 100, and I'm gonna try to keep it quicker than that. First, I'm gonna start by saying this track season was very challenging. We had a whole bunch of new kids running track. People usually think you just run and run for days, but it was once they got out there, they learned that it wasn't so bad, and they tried to do sport and they enjoyed it. I lost one of my long distance coaches to golf. So the first award I'm gonna give out today really goes to a kid who became the embodiment of a coach. He took everything that he learned from Coach Pitcher and then everything I learned, and then he gave it to the kids who ran miles and miles for days and really stepped up to the plate. And the first award I'm gonna give is the Coach's Award because he really embodied a coach when he was out there helping the other kids and helping the new kids, and that is Patrick Folks. The second award I'm gonna give out is the Most Improved Award, and it goes to a kid who tried track for the first time. He really didn't know what he was doing, and then he soon got his technique down, and he became better and better at the long jump, and he kept getting further and further. But unfortunately, he's not here today. Right as we came back, he told me that he had to go to a funeral, and that's why he's not here, and that person is Tim King.
We're going to move over to the Coaches Award. The first Coaches Award is the Brummel Award. This was established approximately 5 years ago by a trio of cadets who were coached by and inspired by our very own Coach Mike Brummel, who has served Hargrave for over 25 years. Yeah, please give him a round of applause. This award was voted by our Cadet Athlete Advisory Committee, and is issued annually to a coach at Hargrave that meets the following criteria: 3 years or more service for Hargrave as a coach, leadership, so they demonstrate leadership by guiding and motivating cadet athletes both on and off the field and fostering a positive team environment. Through mentorship, they provide mentorship and guidance by modeling the 4 pillars of Hargrave on the field and in the classroom. Academic support, prioritizing academic academic success of cadet athletes over wins and losses. And finally, sportsmanship. They encourage and exemplify sportsmanship, fair play, respect for opponents, and integrity in victory or defeat. So it is my pleasure and honor to award the 2023-2024 Bromell Award to the varsity basketball coach, Alan Petty. The next up is the Roach Award. This is actually the first year we started this. And we started it this year due to the increased number of middle school and JV sports throughout the 3 competitive seasons. It's named after our very own, Scott Roach, who has coached across all 3 levels throughout his 25 plus years at Hargrave. The award will be given out annually to the middle school or JV head coach who meets the following criteria. Must be a head JV or head middle school coach. Must have 2 or more years experience as a coach at Hargrave. Cannot have received the Roach Award within the previous 3 years. Must be a positive role model, example to all cadet athletes at Hargrave Military Academy. Must support the overall mission of Hargrave with a focus of building boys into strong men of character. Must promote and help develop the overall athletic program at Hargrave. Must have a positive impact on cadet athletes both on and off the playing field. Must develop all aspects of his or her program. And finally, must support other coaches and other programs. So it is my pleasure and honor to award the 2023-2024 inaugural Roach Award to JV basketball head coach Reginald White. The last award is the OBT Award. And this is OBT Coach of the Year Award. It's a prestigious award, it's a top honor that a coach can earn at Hargrave, and it is voted on by the coaches. The award is named after OBT, a 1942 graduate of Hargrave. He went on to serve on the Board of Trustees and had a lifelong love of high school sports. The winner of this award must promote the overall athletic department at Hargrave, support other coaches, develop their own program, exhibit strong character and integrity, and have a positive impact on the lives of their players on and off the field. This year's recipient has provided an outstanding experience for not only their cadet athletes, but the cadet athletes throughout the Corps of Cadets. This coach is truly a blessing to the Academy. It is my honor to present the 2023-2024 OBT Coach of the Year Award to Head Coach Football, Josh Thomas.
And our next award is for the Employee Volunteer of the Year for the Athletics Department. We request assistance at every sporting event that we host in this building. Many nights, or many weeks, that's 4 nights a week. During the basketball season, this volunteer was here for almost 80% of those games. Unfortunately, she's not here tonight because she does have a graduation that she needs to attend. The award this year goes out to Miss Breeley Hedrick. Thank you.
All right, last 3 awards. These are for the cadet athletes. So JV Sportsmanship Award. For this award, every JV coach supplies the name of someone who meets the following criteria. Must participate in at least one full JV season during the year. Candidates should exhibit traits that are highly held in sport, like sportsmanship, fairness, generosity, fair play, grace in defeat, and humility in victory. Then all the coaches vote. So this cadet athlete has been described by his coaches as dedicated and loves the game, and a positive example that actively encourages and supports his teammates. For me personally, as the head swim coach, this cadet athlete for the past 2 years has been awarded the Sportsmanship Award by his swim and dive brothers for demonstrating those strong qualities: sportsmanship, fairness, generosity, fair play, grace in defeat, and humility in victory. I am proud and honored to award the 2023-2024 JV Sportsmanship Award to Elijah Dixon. Next up is the Varsity Sportsmanship Award. For this award, every varsity coach supplies the name of someone who meets the following criteria. Must participate in at least one full varsity season. Candidates should exhibit traits that are highly held in sport, like sportsmanship, fairness, generosity, fair play, grace in defeat, and humility in victory. This cadet is truly dedicated to his sport, to the point that he only competes in other sports to be better at his primary sport. He is driven, dedicated, and committed to excellence, not just for himself, but his teammates as well. He is the strongest supporter on the team, often loudly cheering from the sidelines or patting his brothers on the back after each play. This cadet athlete shows the true spirit of sportsmanship. I am proud and honored to award the Varsity Sportsmanship Award to Timothy King. And last but not least, we're almost there, guys. 2 more deep breaths. Got it. The Outstanding Varsity Athlete Award. So this is the most prestigious award for any cadet athlete. For this award, every coach supplies the name of someone who meets the following criteria. Must earn at least one varsity letter during the year of the award. Candidates should make an impact on the athletic program as a whole, while exemplifying outstanding athletic achievement, academic success, and character both on and off the field. Candidates are preferably multi-sport senior athletes, but outstanding single-sport athletes and underclassmen are also eligible. This Iron Tiger competitive multi-sport cadet athlete has been gracing our football field, basketball court, and outdoor track this school year. As mentioned earlier this evening, he has received recognition in football for offensive, defense, and special teams positions. He has also been an integral part of the varsity basketball team as they made the Elite Eight at state this year. And, let's not forget, track and field, setting multiple personal bests and qualifying for states on Friday. He really is the star of the year, and I'm proud and honored to award the Outstanding Varsity Athlete Award to Alex Turner. Then come to the school for 8:30 in the morning. Chapel is at 9 o'clock and followed by the prayer. So Happy Mother's Day, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Coach,